a message for Pisces and all other signs. If you are watching this as a cross watcher, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I go live for other messages such as this one and other material. Please leave a comment in the comment section below to let me know how it resonates. If you're joining us during the live stream, please feel free to use the chat to let me know how it resonates with you. All right, Pisces and all signs, we are going to be looking into forward movement. What is there? What kind of guidance will align with you today? So let's get started. I'm using the Sacred Destiny Oracle for your message today. Okay. All right, let's get into it, Pisces. Information on personals and spiritual life coaching, please visit the website in the description box below. Hello, Willazine. What's going on? Remember, time is fluid, so it may resonate at this time, could resonate with you later, or resonate sooner than you think. Trinell, hello. All right. Saranda, Maria, hello. How's everybody doing today? I know it's a little earlier than what I usually get on. Hey, Drianna, good morning. What's going on, girl? I'm doing great. How are you, doll? I'm doing really good today. Hope everybody's doing good. All right, let's get into it. Let's see what we got here. Okay, first I have the security card here, Pisces. And let's see what's at the bottom of the deck here. It says embracing. Okay, so Pisces, I am getting this sense from you that you are feeling a lot more secure within yourself. You're feeling more stable here. I feel like it's coming from a place of really believing in you, really knowing that at the end of the day, you can only rely on yourself. So you could be at this place in life where you're just like, okay, I have to give my best. I have to give my best to myself. How can I show up really, really well in life if I'm not giving the best to myself? So at this time, you are feeling secure about this choice. You are making, I'm hearing making plans. So some of you could be planning to really advance yourself, to help you, what's the word? Exemplify your own efforts here. So definitely feels like you're at a place of remaining stable, remaining secure. You've reached this place and it has taken a while, which leads to fulfillment here with the fulfillment card. Hey, Darisha. So I do feel like a lot of you are at a place like, finally, I feel better about things. Finally, I feel better about everything that's going on. And to be real, Pisces, I feel like with the embracing card, it took for you to embrace your circumstances. It took for you to embrace your present situation for you to start walking towards this fulfillment. There may be a lot of people that don't understand this. And to be real, it doesn't matter what people think, not to be harsh or disrespectful. But at the end of the day, this is your journey with the Voyage card. Okay. This is your journey with the Voyage card. Drianna says, love your bracelet. It's beautiful. Lovely new hour. Thank you so much. Thank you, Drianna. This is from my awesome subscriber. One of my awesome subscribers, because all of y'all are awesome. Brad, off my Amazon wish list. So yeah, I love it. Thank you so much. I've received that, the bracelets. I've received 2 tarot decks off of my Amazon wish list. You guys have spoiled me. So I thank you so very much. But yeah, thank you for the compliment. So this could be you just moving forward, Pisces, taking this voyage, taking this time out to really say, okay, I'm embracing who I am right now. I'm embracing what's to come for me. I'm embracing where I used to be. I'm overcoming a lot of challenges here, or I have overcome a lot of challenges. And the beauty of it all with the standstill card is that you didn't run from your challenges. You didn't run from your challenges. You didn't start making movement forward until you addressed issues that you were dealing with. A lot of you know that you tried to heal yourself fairly quickly. Maybe you tried to move on really fast to another person and you noticed it didn't work out because you had some unresolved issues. You had some insecurities about yourself because of what happened. If especially if you were cheated on, especially if you were lied to, betrayed, somebody just not fulfilling their role, you just could have felt like, okay, wow, this is really messed up. And you maybe some of you tried to run away from that emotion because you didn't want to feel the pain of it. And maybe you felt like, okay, this person did me so wrong, but this is coming from a place of you at that time when you noticed that trying to move on quickly didn't help you. You decided to pump your brakes, you decided to pause, and you were like, okay, let me park this car and really look at what's going on, because I need to figure out why these dating situations aren't working out. I need to figure out why these friendships aren't working out. And you had to get to the root of it. So I feel like that's how you're able to really prosper. That's how you're able to really feel better, because you decided to address one situation at a time. Or you could be doing this now. And with the flow card, this is where you're letting things flow into you that you deserve. And you're letting things flow out of your energy that don't deserve you. So definitely when you're in this place of peace, you're actually seeing yourself elevate. You're actually seeing yourself be, I'm hearing helpmate. Wow. So you're actually, some of you are actually preparing yourself to be a better helpmate. You're preparing yourself to be a better, I'm hearing fiance or spouse or whatever. So somebody could be thinking about marriage, but you're not in a rush to do this. You're just in a place of, okay, I want to show up better. I want to show up better so that I can receive this kind of person back. Because a lot of times what we present to the world is what we get back, right? If we present negativity, we usually run into negative people. If we present positivity, you have more of a chance of meeting positive people. Okay, let's see here. With the simplicity card, you're realizing, Pisces or any other sign, that it doesn't take a lot for you to attract positive energy, but the main focus is knowing that you deserve positivity in your life and really being ready to embrace it. Okay. And it's so important for us to work on healing so that when these good opportunities, these good people show up, that we're not pushing them away because, oh, somebody hurt me in my past. Oh, somebody betrayed me. Oh, somebody lied to me. So we got to work through those issues. But I feel like with the purity card here, you're not blaming you're not blaming your ex anymore. Some of you may have been blaming your ex for a long time, like months, years, decades. And somewhere in there, I don't know if it happened one morning or just some point in your life where you were just like, wait a minute. I can't keep blaming this man. I can't keep blaming this woman for my forward movement or my inability to move forward. Because guess what? Hey, if I want to have better with the success card, if I want to have better, I have to be better. So it's like, I have to stop. This is you, Pisces. I have to stop blaming my ex for my present situation. And also, I got to stop blaming my ex for me, for my inability to step into my light, my inability to not be able to pick up the lesson and move forward here. You're realizing with the gateway card, that could have been the very thing that you needed to do, was to forgive this person for hurting you. All right. Forgive this person. Doesn't mean you got to tell them that you forgive them. You can forgive somebody on a spiritual level. They could like never know. But if it clears your mind to say, hey, I forgive you, or if they try to reconcile you, hey, I forgive you, but I can't be with you. That could be at a place where you feel better after you do that. Yeah. Freedom. You feel better and you feel free, because a lot of things just keep us bound, right? And they keep us from this inner peace with the inner peace card. And who wouldn't want inner peace, right? So I definitely feel like you're just observing your actions more closely. You're also observing your thoughts and emotions. Some of you are really, or I hope it's most of you, are really working on not being so emotionally triggered. I feel like there are a lot of things that you face on a day to day basis or weekly or however, it could be hourly, that you're trying to work with yourself when it comes to triggers here. And this could be a big part of your transformation with the transformation card. You acknowledging where you've come from, your mistakes, your strengths, your weaknesses, all the things you did right. So it's like, it's a constant battle. I'm just feeling like a constant battle for some of you. I've been there. I have been there. I've been right where you are, where you're trying to battle your own mind, your own thoughts. And it's like you could really get something good in your life. And if you're not sharp with that way of thinking, you could sabotage it before it even solidifies itself. So we definitely want to keep working through this transformation because it takes time. Adventures here. It takes time. It takes different ways to work on yourself. Hey, Cinda, it takes time. It takes different ways of working on yourself, especially getting to a place of trusting the Most High. I know that sounds different, but I don't know how many spiritual, religious people we have in the chat. I will say that we have a lot of them. But here's the thing, you never know how God's going to get his message out. Even though people feel like tarot cards and all this stuff is taboo, but I am a person that I believe that his messages can come through any source. It all depends on how you use your gift. Because without his guidance, without his gift giving, these are just cards. You know what I mean? These are just cards with pretty pictures and words. But it definitely it has to be the spirit of the person that can bring out the messages here. So definitely you're seeing more of that when you're trusting in the Most High, and you're seeing that some messages that you receive, maybe not even from a reader, or maybe not even your pastor. You're seeing messages on your own in your dreams. Some of you are having visions. Some of you are having somewhat like premonitions, and maybe you don't speak on them because you're just kind of trying to figure it out. But I encourage you, when you get those type of things, those visions, those, stuff that just out of nowhere comes to mind, this and that, pray about it. Ask the Most High to show you what that means, because that could be another way of guiding you with the courage card. And a lot of times, here's the thing, you know that there's a constant battle of trying to block the devil versus hearing God's word, right? So here's the thing. It's like the moment that you really start trying to do the right thing and you have peace, you ever notice that's when the anxiety kicks in? That's when the depression kicks in. That is another source. And we all know who that is. I don't have to keep, saying all of that. Well, we know who that is. That negativity, you know who that is. So that's the thing. Have the courage to dismiss that negative thinking. Have the courage. If you got to say the devil is a lie, you can say that. You can say it. And I promise you, over time, those negative thoughts are going to find their way getting away from you, repelling. Remember, I talk about repelling negative energy here. So definitely have the courage to believe that what you're seeing, what you're feeling is for a reason. Sometimes we can be a little paranoid because of what we've been through, and that's okay. We can have a little PTSD from certain things, and that's okay. That's a process. Anytime you've been emotionally wounded, you are at a place at times to really be triggered here. All right. Know that you have the potential to move forward from hard situations. A lot of you are seeing that. Some of you have really surprised yourself. Some of you have stepped into a place of really being strong and really living in like over at or above your potential. So this is coming from a place of assurance. This is coming from a place of redirecting your thoughts. You're taking your thoughts away from, okay, what this person did to me, and you're putting them on, okay, that happened to me, but what's next? That happened to me, but it didn't break me. It didn't destroy me here. That person left my life. They broke my heart. But guess what? I still have my health and strength. And I know that if I have my health and strength, then guess what? I can still persevere. I can still move on here. Taking risk. Yes. Once you notice that, once you feel that in your spirit, you're able to feel like, okay, I can do anything with the wonders card that I want to do. Anything that comes to my heart, long as I have the faith in the Most High, and as long as I have faith in myself and my abilities, I know that I'm able to do whatever it is that sits in my heart, okay? And that's finding new love, a new job, more positive people to be friends with, improving your finances. I mean, anything that you have been really wanting to get better, have better in your life, you can have that. Hey, Gina. So I feel like you're at a place of having more of an open mind here. All right, with the openness card. Thank you, Gina. And here's the thing, when you have more of an open mind, you realize that everybody in this world is entitled. And I know this sounds so obvious, but I'm going to say it because a lot of times we forget this. When you have an open mind, and for a lot of you, this is going to be confirmation. And also for most of you, it's going to be a reminder. When you have an open mind, you're able to accept people just the way that they are. And that means people that have done you wrong. You know what I mean? And I heard a quote from DMX, that was a very intelligent man. A lot of people overlook DMX because of his addictions, but I mean, he was very intelligent, very wise. And he says something along the lines of, when people, basically Maya Angelou's words, when people show you who they are, believe them. But he took it a step further. He said, don't be upset when they show you who they are. Accept what they're showing you. Accept it. Love them for what you see, and then you won't be offended by it. Those weren't the exact words, but it's summarizing what he said. Awesome, awesome point. Because a lot of times, especially when we're trying to meet new people, for relational purposes or friends, we can like be trying to figure out, okay, is this person gonna fit? Me and this person, do we click? And the thing about it, the thing that we forget to do the most is just to accept them. We have a choice. We don't have to take every advance that comes in our life. We have a choice as to what we want to do with the truth card. We have a choice. So if somebody comes into your life, friend, family, whoever, and you for some reason just, maybe you don't like the way they talk, maybe you don't like their recreational activities, meaning maybe they smoke and maybe they drink a little bit too much. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe this person is promiscuous. I'm just pointing out things that a lot of people battle. But that's their battle. Okay. We have to remember that's their battle. So we have to get to a place of separating our beliefs about what that person should be doing and focus on the what they bring to your life. You get what I'm saying? Because it's just like, I'll take it a step further. It's just like someone that has a criminal record. Maybe in a different time, in a different season, they were at a dark place, where they were taking out frustrations on people, on whatever it is that got them caught up, right? And that was them back then. But you fast forward now, everybody has a tendency to retract back. But let's just say that person learned a lot from what got them in trouble. Okay. Maybe they learned a lot about what got them in trouble. They see things differently. And so if you meet a person like this that has a background, I'm not saying you have to be buddy buddy with them, but look at what that person can teach you. Everybody that comes in your life can teach you something. They don't have to be successful to teach you something. And this is what I feel like, where that openness comes in. Openness and being honest with yourself, and also with yourself when it comes to addressing certain fears, addressing certain differences in people. Just know that as long as when a person comes into your life, whether you're dating them, friends, or whatever, when they come into your life, I want you to know that they're coming for a purpose. They're either coming to add to your life, or they may be coming to subtract, but I can promise you that if they come to subtract, you're going to learn something from that experience. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Every person that you encounter on this journey has a purpose. And we just have to figure out what their purpose is moving forward here with the going forward card. We have to figure out what their purpose is. We have to figure out what is their place in our life. And you know what? What really helps is when you truly, with the release card, when you truly release this, I'll say, this way of needing to know everything about an individual instead of letting it, come out on its own. Okay. When you set yourself free from that and you really just trust in the most high and your intuition, you're gonna see things are just gonna come out without you even asking. I'm a firm believer that when you're getting to know somebody, you definitely should ask questions. But the thing about it is people can lie. Really, there's some really, really good liars. And that's why I always say when you're meeting somebody new and they'll say, well, what are you looking for in a man? What you looking for in a woman? You just tell them to be themselves. Because would you want this person to like give you this big summary that they've already prepared to tell you when they meet you, and then 3 months down the line they just end up being who they are anyway? Or would you rather just tell this person to, just be yourself, and they don't have any choice to be them but to be themselves, because guess what? They don't have a script to go by. You didn't provide them a script. You didn't provide them anything. So they don't have any choice but to be themselves. So yeah, that's the vibe here. I feel like will be very good. And also, don't forget this forgiveness. We talked about this yesterday. Forgiving those people that hurt you. Forgiving that ex that walked out on you. Maybe that person was lost. Maybe they felt like they had to seek something else, okay? Enlightenment. And a lot of times, the grass isn't greener. We always know that. And sometimes it could be protection with a protection card, protecting you from something that just wouldn't serve you. And also, protecting your peace. So definitely, definitely, I feel like in this point in your life, Pisces, or anyone else watching this, that you're at a place of just wanting peace. You're at a place of protecting your peace. And also knowing that anything that you have accomplished didn't come without a sacrifice. Okay. And to be real, in this lifetime, anything worth having is worth fighting for and working for, as we know. So if anything comes to you real easy, it's probably going to leave any even easier. So definitely, definitely take a look at that. And also remember to really just relax and just see where things naturally flow. Because I feel like a lot of you were at a place in your life one time where you were trying to force things, or maybe you let your anxiety take over and it sped everything up. But this time, count to 10. Take a deep breath, count to 10. When you start having those triggering thoughts, just say inhale, exhale, count to 10 and say, okay. You can even say your name. You can say your name. Empress is going to get better. It's already better. You got this. And I mean, that sounds so cliche, but sometimes we need that assurance. And sometimes we have to assure ourselves so that we can show up better in these connections, on these jobs. Um, we can show up more confident. We can show up as somebody of value. So definitely, definitely want to keep that in mind. Okay. All right. So let's check out energy around you. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when I go live for other messages and readings. And leave a comment and let me know how it resonates with you. If you're interested in my Amazon wishlist, please see the description box below. No pressure. And if you're interested in a reading or anything like that, please see that website that's in the description box as well. All right. Give me 1 second, everybody. I'll be right back. Okay. I do apologize. All right, so we're going to look at the energies around you and see what kind of forward movement guidance we can have here for you, okay? All right, let's get into it. All right, forward movement for energies around you. Forward movement advice, guidance. Let's see. Whoa. We have an extra card here. All right, the overall, I have the success card. Wow. Okay. And at the bottom of the deck, I have the gateway. So, Pisces, you could be coming off as very successful at this time. Okay. Pisces or cross watcher, you could be coming off as very successful. You could be coming off as a person that has a lot of wisdom, and a lot of people are feeling like you have a lot of answers, and you really could have a lot of wisdom and answers here because I feel like you're living in your truth. Okay. Congratulations, Gina. That's awesome. Hey, Leticia. Yeah, so you're living in your truth. You're feeling successful, and it's showing with the gateway card. Like I said, a lot of people feel like you have answers here. And the thing is, with the simplicity card, you're like, all I do is just believe in myself and work hard, right? That's what you're saying. You're like, okay, I don't do anything different. I just work hard. I believe in myself. I try to treat people the way I want to be treated and all of that. And I just feel like a lot of people or people around you are just kind of seeing that. It shows, okay? With the fulfillment card. You're coming off as very confident. You're coming off as very self-assured. Even if you're a work in progress, which we all are, no one's perfect, but you're coming off as just like you're happy, like you're content. There could be goals that you're still trying to reach, but it's nothing like you're down on yourself about it. It's like you're going to keep working hard until you accomplish it. Miracles. Look at the miracle card here. And a lot of you were realizing that when you start doing the work, the most high and energies around you start working for your good, right? So that's what a lot of people are seeing or feeling about you. And that's why they're coming to you for guidance, for questions. And you're like, whoa, you know? With the embracing card, I do feel like it took for you to embrace yourself. It took for you to take yourself more seriously here. And therefore, people in the past that may have overlooked you or hurt you or whatever, this is where they begin to take you more serious. Okay. When you started embracing who you are, and it was just up from there. Okay. With the inner peace. Yes, it was just up from there. When you realize that you didn't have to prove anything to anybody but yourself, I mean, that was just a powerful position to be in. I have the wonders card. So a lot of people could be wondering, how is it that you've made it out of these troubled waters? Okay. How is it that you've gotten to a place of having all this peace, all this serenity? How did you do it? Right. And look at it. That's because you've chosen to forgive with the forgiveness card. They're wondering, how did you do it? You chose to forgive a lot of people. You chose to forgive a lot of circumstances. And that opened your heart space. That opened you up to new opportunities as well. That doesn't mean that you weren't hurt. That doesn't mean that you're going to forget it. It's just that a lot of you are coming to a place where you're already here where you're like, I gotta forgive this man or this woman for hurting me. If I don't, they have power over me with the protection card. So a lot of times you were protected from things that you felt like you needed or that you wanted. You were being protected and you were being guided to have better here with the opportunity. Absolutely. So it's like once you started forgiving, once you started really realizing that some things that rejected you were protecting you, you started seeing, okay, without those things rejecting me or protecting me, I wouldn't have this opportunity that I have right now. This opportunity for success, this opportunity for forward movement here. Diligence. And people are seeing you as being very diligent right now. Very diligent, very strong, very wise. You know, with the release card, you released a lot of things that no longer serve you. You release people that don't serve you. That doesn't mean you have cut them off or anything like that. It's just you release them because you figured out with the voyage card that where you're trying to go, they can't necessarily go. Okay, you're seeing that and you're believing that with the potential card here because I feel like you don't want your potential to be deterred. You know, you just want to really have your own way of doing things. And this is something with the healing card. This is something that you have learned. This is something that you have gotten to a place of knowing. And it took for you to take this time out to heal and process where you're like, okay, I have a lot of potential. There's a lot of things I could do. But like it's this vibe of, but while I'm moving forward, I'm going to let my actions and words speak for themselves. I'm not going to be telling everybody everything because as you know that if the devil knows your plans, he could try to deter you from that. So a lot of you are taking a break from social media, maybe things that you've accomplished and all that. You're not putting it all over the web, you know. You may put some things up for celebrations and stuff like that, but you're taking pleasure with the pleasure card. You're taking pleasure in just having this space of, okay, this is good for me, this is working for me right now, and you just like to have this way where you're able to connect with yourself and your surroundings and be peaceful about it, and it's showing here. All right, and you're coming off as a being a person that people can trust as well. Okay, because when people feel like they can trust you, they open up to you. And those are also doors that could open up. You could have this energy about you where you're trustworthy, and you'll notice that your networking is getting better. Okay. And that's how you start walking into abundance. Okay. Walking in love and light with the love card. So when it comes to love, potential lovers or suitors, we got the community card. Definitely people that are looking for people to settle down with. Maybe not marriage right off, but long-term connections leading to that. Definitely you're coming off as a very, very good option, a very good choice. And if you're wondering why people aren't talking to you, you got to understand where they are. It doesn't mean you're not attractive. It doesn't mean that you don't have the qualities that people want. A lot of times they could feel like the vibe that you have is so strong and they wonder if they measure up, right? They wonder if they measure up to what you bring. Because when you have a person with a security card that's secure in themselves, it is rare that people are like that. And we talk about it all the time. There are a lot of people that feel secure, but there's also a whole lot of people that are insecure. So when you walk in a different light and you come off as being secure, it can really throw somebody off that's not feeling as confident. But if they're patient, if they're willing to just talk to you, get to know you, you could probably help them as well. You're going to help them strengthen their confidence, going to help them strengthen whatever it is that they feel inadequate in. But we definitely want to conserve our energy. Always have your standards. You know, you don't want to just put your standards down for anybody to make them feel superior. Okay, so that could be why you're feeling with the transformation card. You got to remember that when you change for the better. Okay, so this version of you that these people are going to be attracted to, just because they're not saying anything, don't mean that they're not attracted to you. So they could be undergoing a transformation as well, and they could identify the likeness because they're on the journey, right? So just pay attention to that. If you've ever wondered about that, stay focused here because the right energy, the right person will approach you. Okay. And you will have a new beginning with the new beginnings card. Because I know a lot of people are like, well, nobody talks to me. Nobody do this. Nobody does this. You got to understand the light that you carry. You got to understand that. Happiness here. When you're a person that is determined to be happy, to be peaceful, you got to understand the kind of world we're in. Most people are not determined to be that way. They'll talk about it and all that, but they're not really determined to live in peace, to be happy and all that. They like negativity. They get caught up in the drama of it all. But when you're a person that your light is just shining differently, it is different. It's a different feel here with the flow card. When you're letting things just really gravitate towards you, you're not putting pressure on yourself. It's a whole different feel. Purity here. And loving from a pure heart. So you got to understand that. That's going to answer a lot of questions as to why some people feel like nobody likes me, nobody this and that. You got to understand with the power card, you got to understand the light that you carry. And for some people, it could be strong like lightning. Okay, you got to understand that because you have a vibe about you that you make people want to be better. You have a certain peace. You've put this work in and you have something about you that makes people want to be better. You have this leadership way about you without you even talking. You just show up and people just want to do better. They want to speak better. They want to dress better. They want to look better. I mean, you got to understand that. A lot of times we're always trying to figure out why. And we got to realize what we bring to the table, to a room. When you walk in, you got to understand the light that you carry and how bright it is and how strong it is. We have to get that self-doubt out of our mind and thinking that nobody likes us and really focus in on what if everybody likes you? They're just trying to figure out how to get close to you because of the constant comparison. They may be comparing where they are versus where you are, even though you may not be doing that, but with the freedom card, other people could be doing that. You can't help that, but they have to get content within themselves. And once they get to know you, then they may be more confident in themselves. They may be more confident in what they have going on instead of trying to constantly compare. You know what I'm saying? So just be mindful of that. A lot of us don't really pay attention to that because we're always looking for people to kind of just say whatever it is. But a lot of times, some things can't be explained. And by people not approaching you, can't be explained a lot of times. It's a feeling, and especially if they feel like they don't measure up. Okay? It's okay for you to show a little interest, but keep your boundaries and standards. People that come in our lives just reserve before trusting. We don't judge people. It's God's job, but we can remove negative folks. People come for a season and reason. That's right, Leticia. Thank you. They surely do. They surely do. So, and just like Leticia just mentioned, I'm talking we because we're in this chat together. We enter into people's lives for a reason as well. Whether that's for a connection, whether that's to show this person something, you just never know. Outside of people trying to come back for ego, a lot of people come back because of ego. Sometimes I truly believe that people are removed from your life because that version of them is not good for you. But I also believe that sometimes people can come back for ego, and then you got the other side where people come back because they've learned a lesson. They learned the lesson. And whatever you said, they probably learned that you were telling the truth. So, just a thought there, because we're not perfect. Okay, let's see if there's any additional messages here. We're not perfect. We're all flawed in some way. And we're just accepting each other's differences. And I do have some people say, well, why is that person treating that person better? Why they seem happier with somebody else and not me? Let me tell you something about that. Have you ever thought about, and I'm not talking about, I put it like this, and this can go for you as well. You may have had somebody to ask this about you. Maybe you moved on to somebody else, and that ex of yours, well, why are they so much happier with that person? You want to know why? If this is a genuine connection, it has nothing to do with you because it didn't work with you. A lot of times, the person that come into their life has a different vibe, has a different energy, holds this person to a different standard. And so that ex could show up differently for that person. That person can, and this is what a lot of you are aspiring to be right now. I know, like for myself, I'm doing the same thing. I aspire to speak to the king in a man. Not to blow his head up or anything, but I aspire to speak to the king in a man because I feel like if you really are looking to have your divine counterpart or you're waiting for that, you need someone that's going to speak to the queen and a woman in you, or as a man, the king in you, you know, and that's without the negativity. That's, just pure how you're feeling intuitively. So a lot of times when you see people getting out of one relationship and going into another one and they seem happier for a longer amount of time, it's the vibe of that new person. It's the energy of that person. The energy of that person awakens something different in that person. You know, a lot of people don't think about that. A lot of people don't think about that. A lot of people don't think about that. They get upset because they're like, well, he did this and this and he didn't do this for me. Da, da, da. But you got to understand, or she didn't do this and this. You got to understand. That doesn't mean your energy is bad. That doesn't mean that. It just means that the vibe that this new person has is something, it triggers something different in this person that you may have been with. Okay? A lot of us probably don't want to see that. We got the going forward card. So just to add to this message, going forward with the lessons that you've learned and just trying to prepare for a relationship in the future, you've realized with the enlightenment card to take things easy. Don't put so much pressure on yourself because I'm telling you, things will come together. If it's supposed to be, it will come together. If this is a man or woman that you want to be with, and they start feeling that attraction and you do too, and you two start getting along, it will be hard to pull y'all apart. Only thing that can pull you apart is you two individually, right? But like, God, he loves love. So if you two are doing things in the right order and you're trying to come together, it's gonna just mesh just like that. You're not gonna have to do a whole lot of asking if it's supposed to be. And you'll know if you can have decent conversations and positive conversations and all that, and you can get a person for this person's vibe and it's positive, it's probably going somewhere. But we have to be diligently patient, okay? We got to be diligently patient, and we have to pray about it. We have to pray and ask and see, okay, is this, I'm taking a risk here, but hey, Chris, hey, Heart Soul, I'm taking a risk here, but is this my person? God, show me if this is my person. And if this is my person, show me what I need to do to keep them. You know? Driana, there is a divine encounter for each soul we encounter, for all that we experience to propel us to our higher self, making better decisions, bring forth better outcomes. That's right, Driana. Absolutely. I like that. Yep. So, yeah, because without taking a risk and just seeing, you'll never know. But I encourage you that as you're going forward, to really trust in the Most High or whomever you worship, because we got different religious backgrounds or spirituality or whatever like that, and really seek in meditation, really get a feel for this vibe here, really get a feel for the vibe from the person. Do you two mesh well? Simplicity. Do they make your life easier or harder? You know, nothing is 100% peaceful all the time. But is this person bringing drama into your life? Is this person bringing peace into your life? Those things make a difference. And I'm not saying every person that you meet should be bringing you all these things, but you want a person that has been working on themselves to a place where they realize with the purification card that they want the best out of life and out of a partner that they could get, right? They want the best out of that. The abundance card. They want somebody that's going to really, really be there, really take it serious, and just really want to build with you and open to new opportunities with the openness card. So you got to keep that in mind. All right. We got the gateway card. So a lot of times with the gateway card, a lot of times we don't realize that we're manifesting what it is that is happening to us sometimes. And I know that's tough to realize, but think about it. Something as simple as your way of thinking. Negative thinking can bring negative outcomes. Now that doesn't mean we won't face challenges because things happen because we're human. Life happens all around us. The illumination here. But so with the illumination, it's important to try to implement positive thinking because while you have all this negative thinking in your mind and doubts and stress and all that, it can really push a person away from you. Or it could push energies away that are trying to come towards you. Your blessings with the blessings card, it could push them away just by the way you think, the way you talk, you know? So it's important to relax with the relaxation card and have peace so that when energies come around you that are positive, freedom card here, that you're able to receive them. So that's a good point there. Sometimes inner peace is so important so that we can manifest what it is that we truly desire, what is on our hearts. We have the wisdom to know the difference, but sometimes we get caught up in anger and all these things. And that's where we need to do a little bit more shadow work with the transformation card. Okay? Nothing wrong with that. It takes courage to admit when you're wrong. It takes courage to admit when you need help on a certain situation. Okay? So if you're able to admit that you need help, you're able to admit that you're not really where you want to be, but you're still striving forward, that shows strength. And that's going to lead to ultimate success. And when you have success, guess what's going to happen? And you got to get ready for this. Wonders here. You're going to be faced with having to help someone else. That's how it was supposed to be in this world. But, everything else has taken over. But once you start being blessed, you're going to have situations where you're going to be tested to see, are you going to be willing to bless someone else? We got the pleasure card, out of your own good heart, not for recognition, not to be able to say, oh, I did this or I did that for that person, but just out of pure, genuine kindness. You're going to be tested. And there may be people that can learn from your story. All right. The light card, and really be happy to be around you. Let's see what else we have here. You keep getting this flow card. So please allow yourself to let positive things flow into your life and negative things to flow out, okay? Living your truth. Give love anywhere you can, okay? Give love to people. Even the people that hurt you and betray you, send them positive vibes. Say what you say in love. If you feel like you have wronged someone, or if you said something out of the way when you're having a conversation, make sure that you center yourself with the solitude card. Apologize and really commit to not saying that again. Because that holds energy as well. Forgiveness here. Forgiveness is two ways, okay? If you're able to forgive somebody, you're setting the tone that somebody will be able to forgive you. Because trust and believe, if you harbor all this stuff in your spirit like that, you're going to be faced with a situation where you're going to want somebody to forgive you. It happens every time. When you got all that hostility and anger and wishing bad on somebody, wanting them to face karma, guess what? I'm here to tell you, you setting yourself up to be in a position where you're going to want somebody to forgive you. So pay attention to the energy that you put out. Pay attention to the words that you're saying. Okay? Opportunity here, because it could interfere with opportunity. Patience here, because it's important to be patient. It's important to just have it in your mind of what it is that you need to do for you. Miracles and trust. And trust that things will work out for you in the best way. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope this message was helpful. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I go live for other messages and readings and material. Leave a comment to let me know how it resonates with you. I thank you so very much. I hope your day is safe and blessed. Remember, you are worth it always. Take care of yourself. Love and light to you. Okay. Hey, Chris, let me read his message. I want to say something I've been holding back. Thanks, Empress, and everyone in this group. I feel so much growth. Okay. Oh, that's awesome. My pleasure. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing. Everybody, just, feel free to share how you feel. I know some people are a little timid, a little bit, but I love to hear your feedback. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm glad. I'm happy for you, Chris. Thank you, Heart Soul, Maria, Cinda. Thank you, Driana. Thank you so much. Everybody, have a great day. I may be back on a little bit later. Make sure you have subscribed and hit that notification bell so you'll see when I go on next time and you can join us for yet another message, okay? Have a great one. Stay safe and blessed, everybody. Bye.